I want to thank Secord, the wonderful people of Secord Township for having this meeting tonight.
Never let us down.
There you go. Has everybody read the minutes? Can I get a motion?
I make a motion to accept them.
Second.
Second.
Thank you.
Sharon?
Friday. Treasurer's report?
Current balance is $530.31. Those of you that will notice that the balance is the same as the last meeting is because one of the checks that we received was returned for a closed account, and then we received a $20 check, so it's the same balance.
Can I get a motion, please?
Support.
Who said that?
Who motion?
Barry?
I did.
Dennis Barry? If anybody's got anything they'd like to say, we'll start with any elected officials. Any elected officials have anything? We're back on track. Any elected officials here have anything that they would like to say?
Is it for not elected officials?
Elected. Yes, sir. Larry?
Larry Farrell, Village Township Supervisor. Fourth of July week, parade will be in Billings, anytime after 11, parade's at 1. Be on Jones Road, going to end this year at our new county park, our township park. So, we're all invited. We're going to have dedication to the park at that time. We're going to have 3 hot dogs and leave some stuff out there for the kids to do. So, come on out, enjoy a hot dog. Just one, I'm buying.
Thanks, Larry. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
I'm Dee Youngman with the City of Gladwin. Our city administrator is not made it here tonight, so I'm filling in for him. I'm here on behalf of the hazardous waste program that we have in the city at the DPW garage. It's going to be August 23rd on a Saturday, and it's going to be from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. And we need your support. We need people to come in. I can give you a little update. We had 242 cars that came in last year. We had 28 batteries. We had 170 tires. We had 3 propane tanks. We had 18,000 pounds plus of electronics. And we had 9,000 pounds of GLE. We're meeting, I've got in packets, there's 10 packets in there. 10 of these to hand out to people, to let people know. We have a very good turnout. Like I said, we have a lot of people bringing their medicines, their old medicines, and tires, and electronics, and you name it, and they'd be bringing it there. So what I was told is that we need 3 to 5 more volunteers that day. And we feed them breakfast. We have donuts and coffee, and then at noon we have, he brings us pizza and water and hot and stuff. So it's a nice day, and it goes by fast. You're always busy. So a lot of people just come to work for pizza. So like I said, we need 3 to 5 more helpers, and we'd like everybody to help promote this. So that's why we're having these flyers sent out to people. And on the flyers there is some cards from the city administrator in case you have to get a hold of him. And also my card in case you can't get a hold of him. I'm the vice chair of the city safety committee, and so we're the ones that promote this. So any help we can get from anybody, kind of let me know. Give me your telephone number and stuff so we can
Normally, the city asks for money from the township, $300, I believe, is you still have.
Let me give a quick update on Secord then. Everybody knows about the tower that we had, and we thought it would be operable by now, and now it's looking like it's August. That's Verizon's run the show, we just fought to get it here. Verizon's run, they say August, you know, it's August, so. It should help some townships around us when we get it up, but that's what we're being doing. The restoration for our natural gas is going very slow. Natural gas is obviously in. The restoration's been going slow. I think we're on the phone with them as a township every 2 or 3 days, trying to get more restoration people to get the ditches cleaned up, people want their yards fixed up. It's just going slow. And that's probably it. Anybody else like to say anything? Bob or hey, Dennis, whoever?
Yeah, I'm here representing Mark Lightfoot. Mark sends his regrets. He had every intention to come to the meeting tonight, and he was informed that he has a very important meeting down in Flint, so he asked me to step in for him. And just a little bit of history about Mark. I'm from Saginaw originally, and so is Mark. And I've known Mark for quite some time, well before he got up here. He was a firefighter down in Saginaw, and my son-in-law was also a firefighter. So I got to know Mark very, very well. And a couple of things I found out about Mark. One, I don't think I've ever met anybody who is a more honest, hard-working individual than Mark Lightfoot. And I say that sincerely. And like I said, I've known him for some time. I can attest to his veracity. In addition to that, over time we've talked about many, many issues. And the kinds of things that he stands for, the values that he believes in, are the things that working men and women are the kinds of things that we aspire to. So with that, I say, he's my kind of guy. I will be your kind of guy. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dennis. Me? No, you'll be next.
First of all, I think it's safe.
Bob, have a seat.
Good evening, Madison County residents and your local government board. I run on the Democrat ticket for your Gladwin County Road Commission, and I would appreciate your support on August in the primary. Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. That's everybody, Bob.
Good evening, Bob Balzer, and I'm not running for any office at the moment. I'm the Director of Economic Development for Gladwin County. I work for Michigan Works and the Gladwin County Economic Development Corporation. I just want to give you a few updates on several of the things that are happening throughout the county in regards to economic development. First of all, a lot of you have already touched this project in some way or another, but we're working on a broadband initiative for Gladwin County. I try to mention it everywhere I go because we need to improve the broadband capabilities in Gladwin County. So we've had kickoff meetings and we're full bore in this project, and I just wanted to say thank you to our county treasurer, that office, and the township treasurers for the mailings that you've done for our survey that we've recently sent out. And I want to talk about that a little bit. But before I do, I want to remind you that the EDC is an organization that's developed under our county government. We're developed under a public act of the commissioners, and a lot of times we're looked at as a private nonprofit organization acting on our own behalf for our own reasons. And I want you to know that we're developed under county government to do the things that it takes to help the residents and the businesses of our county. So what we do does not benefit our organization but our county. These surveys that were sent out, about 22,000 of them will be sent out, and we're already getting responses back, are surveying the residents in Gladwin County regarding how is your internet service. Are you happy with it? Do you have it? If you don't, why not? If you do you like it? What's going on? We're going to use that information to provide internet service providers detailed information on where these pockets of people, households are, so that we can get service brought to those areas. And we've had 100% response from all the townships. We've had a little bit of questioning in regards to a couple of things. One thing in particular, as you read the surveys, in case you're thinking the same way, why do we have addresses on the surveys? We're asking people to put their address on there because we need to be able to take that information and show exactly where that need is. Broadband, it's only going to reach out 5, 10, 12 miles from a certain location. So if we don't know where that pocket of households are, we can't meet those needs. So that's one thing. We have electronic surveys. People can go online to a SurveyMonkey. You may not know what that is, but it's a way of responding to survey questions, and can fill out surveys at the library, the Chamber of Commerce, Michigan Works, and the city halls. So we're really hoping that this will lead to increased connectivity in Gladwin County, which will benefit us all. And I'll just give you a real life example. I was called today by a gentleman who works out of Chicago. He's coming up to Gladwin next week. He'll be working from Gladwin remotely via internet all next week. He'll be gone for 2 weeks and comes back at the end of July. He needs some place that he can come and get high-speed connectivity so that he can stay here for 2 weeks. If we don't have that ability, we're not going to be able to offer people working out of their homes and so forth. So I've got to find him an office place for rent for 2 weeks where he can get 10 megabyte service or better. That's not real easy. But at the end of this project, I'm hoping that that will become easier because we're going to increase the broadband capability in Gladwin County. That's one thing. August 23rd, the Gladwin County EDC and the Chamber of Commerce has teamed up to do the first ever Gladwin County ORV poker run. Does anybody know what a poker run is? I don't want to explain it all, but basically it's an event where we're going to get motorcycles, quads, ATVs, Jeeps, dune buggies, whatever, start at a certain place. We're going to travel throughout Gladwin County and stop at designated places where they get a card, a ticket, a chip, or something. And at the end of the day, we're going to meet back at the central place and give out prizes. We're hoping to have at least 200 participants this first year. And I really believe that that's going to happen. I believe that next year we'll have at least 500. And there's some debate on whether we want ORVs all over the road. But you know what? This is what we have to offer. We're a nature-driven area. And our commissioners, our road commission, has decided to open up all roads except for the M roads and city for participation with ORVs. So this is going to be a huge event. If you'd keep it on your calendars, we're just putting some final touches to this program, but participate if you can. I was really hoping, my original route was coming into Secord because I wanted to bring everybody by your marinas so that they could at least have a chance to show what they're offering for jet skis and personal watercraft boats and stuff like that. But to get across M30 is almost impossible with ORVs. We don't have any connecting roads. So we're not going to be bringing ORVs at least this year, but it's going to go all the way up into Buttman and all the way down into Billings and Beaverton. And so anyway, that's coming. Gladwin County EDC, I had Laura Darline come. She's the Michigan Economic Development Corporation International Export Specialist. She came to Gladwin County and did a presentation to our local manufacturers on how to better export. And so there's a lot of stuff going on with our manufacturing right now. And just so you know, the other day I was adding up just those manufacturers that I know about in Gladwin County, and we were close to $300 million in sales just from, let's say, 10 manufacturers, 12 manufacturers. We've got a lot of stuff going on in Gladwin County, and it's good. I also had Russ Davis, who is from the Department of Labor. He came and did a registered apprenticeship training, and we had about 30 individuals attend that as well. I'm working on a talent tour right now. Through Michigan Works and our funding, we're required to do certain trainings and promotions. One of the things that we need to do every year is do a talent tour where we introduce people of our county to different types of employment opportunities. We tend to always go back to manufacturing because we're known as the thermoforming capital of the world, but this year, I'm switching it up and we're going to do an agricultural tour. So right now, we're looking at going to McKimmey Farms, we're looking at going to Wes and Cindy Alexander's, and to a dairy farm and stuff like that, because we've got a lot of untapped potential in agriculture in our area. So we're going to introduce or reintroduce a bunch of people to that. And I'm going to just top off with the last thing. Last year, townships were sent an invoice. I want to tell you that we are, as the Economic Development Corporation, looking for funding. I mean, we're all struggling. The funding from the county has run out, at least for this year. So I wanted to let you know that I'm going to be sending letters out to the townships within the next month, just asking for your support for the Gladwin County EDC. And hopefully you can find it in your budget to do that. But that's a few of the main topics that's going on, but a lot of good things. So any questions at all for me on any of the events or topics we've talked about? Very good. Thank you very much.
Anybody else? Dennis, you got anything? Or?
Yeah, I just want to hit on a few things. We just had our PAC committee meeting last week, and we have endorsed 33 Senate candidates and 94 House candidates. The list is on the MTA website. And also, we need to still keep in contact with all our legislators in Lansing for roads and for revenue sharing. Things like the House, and I'm thankful for Joe at the House that they passed something that the Senate stalls on and can't get it through the Senate. We need to make sure that that stuff comes through. The EVIC, they were going to bring it up to, I think, every township except for 100 would be receiving EVIC. They changed the plan around quite a bit, and only 100 more townships were added. So we need to contact our legislators and make sure that they fund roads and revenue sharing. The other thing coming up is proposal A is coming up on the August, proposal 1 for the August primary, the personal property tax. The MTA is supporting that. It will be wholly funded in 2 years. The townships, any revenue sharing or revenue you lose from your personal property tax, you will be whole in 2016. So we are supporting that, and we'd like to get everybody out to get that passed. Also, if anybody has anything they want to get on our policy platform at the annual conference, the deadline for that is September 2nd. If you have any policies that you'd like to get into that, get them down to the MTA office by September 2nd. The last thing is the State Tax Commission. They've been hitting a lot of townships for their not displaying the policy for public viewing of records when your offices aren't open. Your FOIA policy that you have isn't good enough for the Tax Commission. They want a special policy written up just strictly for viewing of your assessor's records.
I got that letter today.
So if anybody needs, I got 5 copies here of the policy that Bill Fahey's made up. All you have to do on it is change your hours and your days that you're open, and you can get one passed real good. And just make sure it's displayed outside of the office so that people can see it without coming into the office. Any questions for anybody? Or?
Thanks, Dennis. Terry?
Brought a fly swatter for everybody in case they want to kill some mosquitoes or whatever. You're welcome.
We don't have no mosquitoes in Sioux County.
That's right, spray.
Olin has 3 of them.
We had a meeting last week. If any townships are interested in spraying, maybe we can get together as a coalition to take and get a cheaper price. So if you're doing that, I think Billings does, Secor does, and Brett, I believe. So if we can go together and some of the other ones that are interested, Sage is interested in doing that, maybe we can get a cheaper price. So grab a fly swatter. I'm unopposed. Some days I think I should run away from this job, but it's been interesting. We're still working through things. Commissioner Burgle's here, Commissioner Altman's here, Commissioner Smith, where are you at? Back in the back. Good crew on board. We're getting a lot of things done. It's been a number crunching year. Not good times and some bad times, but we're working through it. We're working on next year's budget already. We got the audit back last week. We weren't happy with that. We were happy with the auditors, but we pumped close to $700,000 into it last year. We can't do that anymore. So it's going to be some number crunching and a lot of things coming up. So FEMA, they're working on that. Doug got a letter back a while back. I think they sent you that. They're looking at stuff. We don't know when it's coming back. That's about all I have, unless you got some questions. Thank you.
Thanks, Terry.
I'm Ronald Avon. I'm running on the Republican ticket for the Gladwin County Road Commission. I've been in the county about 45 years. I'm 70. The rest I lived in Midland. Retired out of Dow County.
Good luck to you. Thank you.
Good evening, my name is Chuck Edmond, and I'm running for County Commissioner District 1, which encompasses Wilmette, Butler, Gladwin, and Secret, or kind of Sherman Township, not Secret. And I am running on the Republican ticket. I have been a resident of Gladwin County for the past 30 years, retired from the Sheriff's Department, Army veteran, and currently employed at Kirkland Community College as criminal justice instructor. I'd like to get any support. I am not a Republican.
Good luck to you, Chuck.
I'm going to be running again in November. When I get back in, I'll still be coming all the townships area and the local government like I've been there. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. Anybody else running for a position? None? Okay. Nobody else has anything else? Old business. New business. New business, I want to make a motion that we have these meetings on the last Monday of every other month instead of the confusion that happened last month where there was Commissioner Monday. So some people thought this meeting was on the 23rd, some thought the 30th. So I'm making a motion that we just have it, excuse me, on the last Monday of the month.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Oh, opposed. Oh, don't put your hand down. Go ahead, Dennis. Go ahead, Dennis.
I failed to mention the fact that my name is Dennis Perry, for those of you who do not know me. And I am the chairman for Mark Lightfoot's campaign in Gladwin County. So I should have included that to begin with. And he's running as a Democrat. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Any other new business?
I make a motion that we hold the meeting at Sequoia for the next one.
And
Do we have a second?
Dan Dern, the trustee here, Dan and I talked about it, but unfortunately Kathy Wilton keeps us in line. We can't do it. Dan and I wanted to, and Kathy said no.
Good job.
Kathy's like that, okay?
Good job, Kathy.
Next meeting, can we have somebody that would like to volunteer to have it at their township next meeting?
Well, it's supposed to be a Bentley this month, according to someone.
Yeah, well,
So can Bentley do it next month, next time?
Bentley here.
Yeah.
Bentley? Is there a guess on Bentley? Is there a guess on Buckman? Is there a guess on?
Yeah.
I comment just so.
Just said yes, okay. What's the date? Here we go again. That's last Sunday.
Sure, pick that up.
It's like 28th, isn't it? August? I think it's
25th.
last Monday of August.
I think it's July. No, what is it?
August, last Monday in August is.
After the roll call, the township, what we end up with.
Come back.
Come on.
25th.
August 27th? Is that what it is?
25th.
August 25th. Add Clement, thank you, Clement.
You're welcome.
Oh,
I would suggest also, since we have road commissioner wannabes here, that road commission should hold one of these because
Yeah, good.
they need to participate more.
Where are they gonna make?
Well, you don't have to have it in that room, you can have it somewhere else. Here?
Bill, this is no again. Okay, yeah, good suggestion, Kelly. We'll try to make that, yes, yes, sir.
I'll bring it up to them, and if anybody wants to come to our meeting Wednesday.
I'll be there.
9:30.
I'll be there, I'll bring it up to you.
Your meeting's Wednesday at 9:30 in the morning?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
All right, and seeing nothing else, can I get a motion to adjourn? Second. Thank you.